Welcome, it's denome. In this video, we're going to take a look at Teeka Tiwari's new coin picks, which he has 6 of them. So we're going to take a look at all of those coins. What do I think about those coins, as well as we're going to take a look at his actual track record, because he's selling like a newsletter that costs $5,000 for his coin picks. And some of them have done good and some of them have done terrible. So we're just going to analyze all of those. So he's basically the same guy behind the 5 coins to 5 million project. So maybe you heard about this and you basically sign up and you get those coins, and he's pretty much promising that you can get up to $5 million just by trading these 5 cryptos. And it's a little bit a bold claim, and some people fall for this and some people don't fall for this. I haven't paid for this myself. Obviously, I hate these kind of things, and that's one reason why I actually made this channel. And if you actually just Google 5 coins to 5 million or use the DuckDuckGo to be a little bit more private, all these are basically like shill posts that you can find here, which are like affiliate marketers trying to convert people to buy the thing so they can get the commission. So all of this is pretty much bullshit here. And this is the Palm Beach Confidential. This is the $5,000 that you actually have to pay for it, and sometimes it's on discount, $2,500, but all in all I think it's not worth it in my opinion. But yeah, let's just go to the coin picks. Before I actually show the coin picks, I want to show this one also. He's the same guy. He said that this cryptocurrency will soar 700% in 2 years, and the coin he actually chose in this one, Tiwari's 2020, is Crypterium, CRPT. So let's just take a look at that one first. And 700% in 2 years, not exactly. So yeah, that was one of his picks. Nothing has really happened since that time. When was that, by the way? It was in May this year, and basically it just has gone down since then. So anyway, that's pretty much his track record. But let's take a look at the coins that he has actually picked. So Dash, Uniswap or Unitoken, Zcash, this ticker is by the way wrong, it's ZEC is actual ticker here, Blockstack, Cosmos, and Loki network. So let's take a look at those one by one. Let's start with Zcash. So Zcash, it was one of his picks here. It had a nice pump. It's basically a privacy coin, and the market cap here is $660 million. Circulating supply is $10 million or 10 million coins, and the max supply is 10 million coins as well. So there's no inflation, which is good. And privacy is gonna be a big thing going forward when the centralized exchanges are getting cracked. So privacy is becoming more and more important. But my problem with Zcash is that it only shields transactions. So you cannot do any kind of decentralized finance things. So that's one of the reasons why I don't really want to hold this coin, is because it's just for transactions. And it's really good for that one, but it's probably one of the better picks that he has actually picked here. But low fee transactions, encrypted memos, payment disclosure, transaction expiration, multi-signature transactions. So it's pretty basic stuff, what you would expect from a blockchain, but they only can do transactions. So in my opinion, because DeFi is getting more and more important, that you would want to have some kind of functionality to actually have different transactions that are actually private, but they're still on blockchain. But Zcash, as far as my understanding is that you can only do transactions there. But because privacy is a big thing, I do think that's at least a decent pick here. Not the worst pick, but it hasn't performed super well. Basically doubled since the bottom of the March drop this year. It was higher, almost 3x at some point, now back to 2x. It's okay. Bitcoin has actually outperformed Zcash by a mile, so I don't know if this will pump hard or not. I'm a little bit on the sideline with this one. Next pick was Cosmos, and this is one of the better picks as well, in my opinion, because Cosmos, as you know, the Atom token is the ticker for it. It's one of the biggest coins in the market, $1.25 billion market cap. It's basically doing the same thing as Polkadot is doing. So this is a little bit more in depth on Cosmos, but basically what they explain here is that first you had the blockchain 1.0, which was Bitcoin, the first one. Then you had blockchain 2.0, which was Ethereum. And now with blockchain 3.0, you're basically trying to fix the problems of scalability, usability, sovereignty by making the Cosmos SDK. And so they have the Tendermint, Cosmos SDK, and IBC. And what these all mean, they are all explained here. But basically, you can code in any language, and their consensus mechanism will make everything work. So you can basically run anything on the Ethereum network using Cosmos SDK, or you can use it on any other network as well. And the cool thing with Cosmos is that you can basically create application-specific blockchains. That's the word I was looking for. Luckily, I had highlighted it here. But what it means is that you have your application and you are running basically your own blockchain on it. So it's similar like the parachains on the Polkadot ecosystem. So that's why I say it's pretty much the same thing. And they already have a lot of projects working with Cosmos. So you can see Band Protocol is actually using the Cosmos SDK, as well as Binance Smart Chain is using the Cosmos SDK. And this is going to be a surprise to you. Kava, which is basically the baby child of Polkadot, is actually using Cosmos SDK as well. So whenever you develop on Cosmos, you're interoperable from the get-go, as well as because you're using your own application basically on your own blockchain, the whole network is not going to get congested. So you can have unlimited amounts of applications all running their own blockchains, but they are all interoperable as well. So that's why Cosmos is something that I really, really like. And Kava, they jumped or started with Cosmos, but they're now working with Polkadot. But as you can see, it's all interoperable. So that's why Cosmos is super, super neat for the whole ecosystem to go forward. And what Kava will allow Cosmos to do is basically build the whole DeFi platform as well. So Kava is pretty much the test network for Polkadot, but it's becoming its own thing as well. So we'll see how that goes, but it's a little bit surprising to see Kava here because it's mainly attached to Polkadot. And the utility of Atom, and this is the downside of Atom in my opinion. The only utility is that you use Atom to pay for the gas fees, and you can stake Atom to basically verify the blocks. And Atom holders, you participate in the governance of the Cosmos Hub. But the token utility of Atom token itself, that's pretty much it. So what will bring the value of Atom up? It's not like the more people use Atom, or the more people use the Cosmos SDK, the more valuable Atom becomes. I don't really see a direct correlation between that. So the value drivers for Atom are basically just participating in the governance and people wanting these staking rewards, which I believe they were 10% annual return. So it's an inflationary token as well. So the tokenomics of Atom from as an investment, in my opinion, are not as good as I would like, because there's not a clear demand driving the usage for Atom token itself, even though the ecosystem is amazing. So that's my problem with Atom as well. But the Atom, as you can see, it has performed super well here. And I do believe that it still has upside just because it's so useful. Binance Smart Chain is using it. So maybe the projects that are successful want to have some say in the governance as well. So that could be a correlation between the price for Cosmos as well going forward. So, but to me, the value of Cosmos is a little bit unclear what it actually, how valuable this should be. But yeah, $1.25 billion market cap, and you take a look at Polkadot, which isn't even live yet, and it's basically doing the same thing. It has a market cap of $4 billion. So in that sense, I do think Cosmos is a little bit undervalued, but is it gonna be the next massive coin that will pump super, super hard? I don't really understand that. So that's my take on it, that I don't understand this one. But I do believe that the project itself is solid and really, really good. Next one is Loki. And this is where the picks start to go a little bit down in my opinion. So Loki, what they're also doing is actually privacy as well. So it's doing a similar thing with Zcash. So you have your private messenger, which is, what is it called? Session is the name. So you can just download it and send end-to-end encrypted messages, and you can download it on your phone, and then you need someone else to have the same application to actually talk with them. So it's super, super hard for me to actually see any kind of adaption for this, because the more users you have on a messenger, the more valuable it is as an ecosystem for people to actually want to have it. But I don't know anyone who is actually using this. Same goes for the Loki wallet. Why would you want to have a Loki wallet? I don't understand. And then you have the private internet browsing, that browser. So there you have the LokiNet. But then we have the Brave browser already, and a lot of alternatives as well. So the value of the Loki token is a little bit unclear to me. What brings value this token? And if you take a look at the Loki token here, I like that the circulating supply and the total supply is the same. So there's no inflation coming to this token anymore. The price has actually been performing quite well, which is a surprise to me. I think this pump was caused by the announcement of this coin in the Teeka's CoinPix. I think that was the reason why it pumped so hard during the last 2 days or 3 days. But anyway, I'm not really certain that this $30 million market cap coin is gonna perform well unless it sees really, really good adoption. But for me, it's a little bit too high. I don't know, but at least they have something working, so that's good. And I only took a surface look of this coin, so I don't know the whole details of the coin and everything. But to me, I was looking at the DeFi here, and what they want to allow you to do with Loki as well is that you can do cross-chain swaps on the Loki network. But it was pretty much then discontinued, and now they are working with the Thor chain with the Rune token as well. So I think like the Rune token is more interesting to me than the Loki token. So I don't know. I'm a little bit iffy on this one, but that's my honest opinion just from the quick look. I don't know this in depth. Then you have Dash, and you take a look at Dash. You can see the performance. It's not really super good here, but he believes that this is gonna perform super well going forward. But even with this altcoin cycle, it basically did nothing, almost nothing. It was here in March. It has almost doubled from the absolute bottom. So I'll give it that. But Dash, again, it's simply for transferring money between people. And we already have a lot of those blockchains out there. And if you take a look, like even Bitcoin Cash, we have that one, and it has more adoption. So why would we need Dash anymore? And if you just take a look at this, you have 4,800 merchants here, and you have 260 exchanges and brokers. Transaction speed is good, but again, daily active use 85,000, which is, I guess, okay. The transactions per day, that number is okay, but I don't know. I'm just comparing, let's say, even CRO, which has a lot of inflation coming. I just see so much more adoption on that one. I just had a friend sending me a message today, like their their online service started accepting CRO payments because they activated the CRO merchant gateway for their online service. So that's pretty cool, and he wanted me to actually test it out. So I will do that later after I make this video. But anyway, I see much more adoption coming to that coin than actually to Dash coin. But yeah, it can pump, but it hasn't been performing super well. And just that it didn't basically do anything with the last altcoin cycle, which is now beginning again. I don't really put any hopes on this one. So I think I would not pick this coin in personally at all. So this is like a clear no-go in my opinion. Next is the Uni token. And this one I don't understand either, because this one already has pumped super hard and the market cap is $880 million. And Uniswap, it's just one tool on the decentralized finance ecosystem, I can say. But Uni token, $880 million market cap, and they only provide one service right now. And he believes that this is gonna pump super hard. But as you know, the circulating supply, the inflation coming with this token has already doubled since its inception, and this inflation is just massive for this coin. So you have 500% inflation almost for this coin during the next 4 years. And even that after that, it's going to be 2% annual inflation for the coin. So for the price action for this coin, I don't see much upside for this one, because the total market cap will keep rising even if the price is the same, because they just keep issuing new tokens for Uni. So I don't want to hold Uni tokens. I'm actually super bearish for this, so it could be an opportunity to actually just short this one if you want to do that. If you see any parabolic moves here above $4, it's clearly overvalued in my opinion. But that's just my opinion there. But for me, I would never ever pick Uni at these prices. So that's there. I think there was one more. Yeah, Blockstack. And this was an interesting pick. Blockstack, what they actually do, I have some their website here. So let's go all the way up here. So how Blockstack works. Blockstack vision, they want to open source effort to design a network with security with Bitcoin. So they basically allow decentralized applications, and they use their own blockchain, which is called the Blockstack blockchain, but that is actually built on top of the Bitcoin blockchain. So the transactions are ultimately verified on Bitcoin network. So you can see you have the Stacks blockchain here, and underneath that you have the Bitcoin blockchain, and then you can have these protocol and application layers on top of that. And it connects back to Bitcoin blockchain with 1-to-1 block ratio. So to me, I was trying to find out how many transactions per second can this actually perform. Because if you want to create applications, you want to have a lot of transactions per second, so your network doesn't get congested like Ethereum can get congested. So if it's 1-to-1 block ratio, it doesn't give me much confidence that it will actually have a lot of transactions per second. And I wasn't able to verify this anyway. But to me, it's not looking super good for this one. But if you actually take a look at the applications here, you have some interesting applications. You have the survey that you can actually get the answers in the blockchain or verified in the blockchain. You have the forms, which is like a Google Forms, which is a DeFi using the blockchain for Google Forms, and it's more privacy oriented. And you have some other ones also. I did not look at the other ones, but you have some actual development here, which is cool. And you have more than 500 apps already built on the Stack network. But again, this has similar issue with Atom. Like if you build an application here, is that bullish for Stack token itself? Because you can just build it and then it starts verifying all the transactions there. But why would it be bullish for Stack token itself? So I have a similar problem with Blockstack as I do with Atom, that the value driving the price up, I don't really see it as big of a deal. So that's my issue with Blockstack as well. And I was trying to look at the Blockstack Explorer as well. And it's just a little bit odd that I see these transactions, and all these transactions, if you look at the timestamp, this is 0611 UTC, this is 0611, this is 0511, 0511. And if you look at any of these transactions, they are always verified at the same minute 11. If you take a look at anything here, minute 11. So I'm like, what is this? So I don't understand what they're actually doing here. It's just very, very odd that anything you look at here, it's always minute 11. So it's super, super, super weird. Quite weird. I don't know what that's about. But to me, I'm not really convinced that Blockstack is a good pick. The market cap already $200 million. Circulating supply, you have about 100% inflation coming with the token, a little more than that. The price action has already been doing pretty well. So yes, it can pump, but for me, I don't see the value holding this coin. Maybe I don't just understand it, but this is just me looking like superficially some of these coins that I haven't actually looked at before. So those are basically the picks, but I also want to just compare his track record. So these are the coins which were in the 5 coins to 5 million list as well. So you have SNT, you have MCO, you have NMR, you have data, and you have engine. And these were his picks that you just trade these 5 coins and then you will have $5 million. So let's take a look at these ones as well, so you just see his track record. So SNT pretty much hasn't done anything here at all. It's just been pretty much sideways. It's from the absolute bottom, it has actually gone up 2 times until now, and now a little bit more than that. So not completely bad, but yeah, it was much higher during the last hype cycle. Let's actually take a look at the last 30-day movement, what has been happening. So from here, 0.2, 0.27. Yeah, interesting. I do not know the fundamentals of status at all. I just look at the price action here, but it's not exactly going to 5 million right now. And Bitcoin has been outperforming this one. Then you have MCO token, which was one of my picks earlier before as well. But this token, as you know, it's a dead token. It's no longer, it doesn't have any utility except you can swap it for CRO. I think you can still do it for a few days or maybe until the end of the month. I don't exactly know when that is disabled. But anyway, MCO, it's a dead token. So that was one of his picks at that time. Then you have Numeraire NMR. This one has actually done decently, $124 million market cap, but can it go to 5 million? I don't know. Let's say this price was here $6. Now we are at about $24. So it did a 4x from this hype cycle, and not a massive pullback, not a terrible pullback, only like a 50% pullback. So it's looking okay. So this one, I can say looks okay for that pick, because the 5 coins to 5 million, it came about during May, I think. So from there, it's actually just been pretty sideways from there. Anyway, next one, you have the data coin. And the data coin, again, nothing crazy price movement, not performing better than Bitcoin in any stretch of the imagination. If you actually got it here on the March drop, that's when it had a nice, it was nice. But since then, it's just been sideways from there. Next one, you have the Engine coin, and this is actually a solid project. So I made a video about Engine before, and it's just like, I've tried all these different blockchain games, and it just takes one blockchain game to make this coin or any blockchain coin, or what is any gaming coin super valuable. So one game, it just takes one coin for it to be super valuable, but that game may never come, because as we know, making a popular game is super hard. You basically have 1 million games and one good game from that. So it's super hard to actually find a good project that is actually using a good coin. And then it's a coin flip, like which gaming coin they're actually gonna use. So for that reason, Engine coin is a massive gamble. And again, if you're just looking at this coin, not performing better than Bitcoin either. So that's basically the 6 coins that he just recently announced, as well as you have the 5 coins to 5 million. And this is one of the reasons why I made this channel, is that there's no guru out there who knows the future. Not even me. If I knew the future, I would already be a millionaire, which I'm currently not. But I just wanted to make this channel so I can talk about things as they really are, or as I see them, how they are. So these are his picks. These are my thoughts. Let me know what I got wrong, what I should learn more about. But yeah, you should not buy his coin picks, or I mean, you should not buy his subscription. Don't buy it. It's complete trash in my opinion. It's better just to use that money to buy Bitcoin. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you learned something new. Consider subscribing to the channel if you liked the content, as well as liking the video. And if you leave a comment down below this video, that also helps the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope to see you in the next video.